At 8:15 p.m. on the 5th of August 1998, Daphne Elkson walked into the Emmarentia police station in a state of shock. The officer at the front desk asked if she needed help. Daphne looked unsteady, so she was guided to a nearby bench. After sitting down, she opened her mouth to speak, but only jumbled words came out. After a few deep breaths, she managed to calm herself down and tried again, slowly this time. And when the officer heard what she said, her eyes widened. Something had happened. Something bizarre. I'm the Gingerbeard Man, and if you enjoy stories of the macabre, miraculous, or mysterious, told from an African and South African perspective, then you've come to the right place. Today, we begin a new series on African cryptids and creatures of legend. Let's begin. Earlier that day, Daphne had visited Emmarentia Cemetery to lay flowers on her grandmother's grave. It was dusk by the time she got there. She walked past the large tree in the center when she heard something. A soft humming, almost like a child singing to themselves. She stopped and looked around, but could see nothing. However, unease settled over her. When she reached the grave, her heart sank. The soil had been disturbed. A trail of dug-up earth led towards the shrubs, and then she saw it, a human leg lying in a puddle of water and blood. Before she could react, the humming returned. Lower now, animalistic. She turned and screamed. A strange creature hunched over her grandmother's body, gnawing at the other leg. The creature was not big, only about 1 meter long. It had the head of a hare, ears of a human, and its limbs could be best described as that of a bear or of a badger. Rompo, she whispered. At the sound of the name, the creature looked up and bolted. Daphne chased it to the boundary wall, but it slipped through her legs and vanished into the brush. Back at the police station, she finished telling her story. She went silent, expecting laughter or disbelief, but when she said the name Rompo, the officer froze. A junior officer was sent to investigate, and he confirmed that the grave was disturbed, and the limb was missing, though they eventually would blame that on a rat or a stray animal. But Daphne and the police officer knew better. The Rompo is a cryptid said to dwell in parts of India as well as South Africa. It is known to scavenge recently buried corpses of both animal and disturbingly humans. Descriptions of the Rompo vary. Some say it's part hare, part bear, part badger, and some say part human. It is known to flee when threatened and can camouflage itself according to the colors of its environment. The most chilling sign? Its quiet humming as it feeds. Some say it croons, others say it sounds like a child. Though rarely seen, reports of the Rompo still exist to this day. However, until now, there's still no scientific evidence to support the existence of the Rompo. Julia and Peyton were celebrating their 5th year wedding anniversary in KwaZulu-Natal. On one rainy Wednesday afternoon, late in November, the couple decided to visit Howard Falls, a 95-meter waterfall on the Ngeni River. They were alone at the viewpoint at the top of the falls when Julia pointed down into the pool below. Something was moving. A massive creature, yellow, serpent-like, with a horse's head, rose out of the water. The couple rushed to get a closer look, but by the time they reached the base of the falls, the creature had vanished. The couple could not stop talking about what they had just seen, and the conversation around the creature continued as they walked into a fast food joint. Now they were still busy speaking about the creature when they reached the front of the queue. The cashier who had been eavesdropping asked, "Did you see it too?" They nodded, to which she smiled. "That's not a serpent. That's the Inkanyamba." The Inkanyamba, also known as the Howard Falls monster, is a legendary creature in Zulu folklore. a giant serpent with a horse's head. It is said to live in Howard Falls, as well as parts of the Umgeni River and its tributaries. The Inkanyamba is often linked to storms and floods. Some say it's 20 feet long. Others believe it's over 35 feet long. It travels along the rivers, and only sangomas can safely approach it. Looking into its eyes is said to bring death. Some blame it for the dozens of deaths that have happened at the falls. Skeptics believe a giant eel, but sightings continue today, including one in 1995, which inspired a reward for photographic evidence. Check the photo out. And that's part 1 of our African Cryptids and Creatures of Legend series. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know in the comments below, have you ever heard of Rompo or the Inkanyamba? Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to put these bricks under my bed, because in our next video, we're diving into one of the most famous African creatures ever. If you know, you know. Stay safe, stay curious. God bless.